Welcome back to Dragon Ball Super Anime Review, episode number 37. This time I'm reviewing the 111th episode of the anime, Extreme Battle of Another Dimension, Hit versus Jiren. Yeah, that's kind of couple focuses in this episode. Like, for one, we pick up where Goku left off with Frieza, where it's implied that Frieza might look like he's going to kill him because of the power move. But no, he just repays a favor from Goku from way back at the end of the Frieza saga, when Goku gave him a small sample of his power just so he can live. Yeah, Frieza just repaid the favor. Despite the fact it's been like 10 years. I'd say about 10, 11 years since, in fact, this has happened in the course of the story, even though in the course of the series, the franchise, it's been well over 20 years since this has happened. And Goku's like, okay, and then of course he also reveals to him the name of the move, the mode he was in, which is always Autonomous Ultra Instinct. I think it's a little odd they added the name Autonomous to it. Even in the sub, they've heard it simply just Ultra Instinct. They probably want a different name, but that's the way Funimation is. They do a slight change with this particular thing. As what the other thing is, now he basically witnesses the whole thing. We also see Kaba, Caulifla, and Caleb. That they're in this episode. They don't do much of anything except watch what's going on, what the battle is. The main plot of this episode is the main battle of this episode is Hit versus Jiren, and it's a pretty good fight. Hit is putting up a pretty decent battle with Jiren, and he builds up all his time skips. He uses to briefly hold off Jiren just so he can have the three Saiyans who are on this team to simply survive. And then of course he fails. And then Jiren just blasts him out of the ring. And then, like, Jiren's like, okay, no, he thinks as though it's like he's very arrogant. It's like he thinks that nobody is qualified to take him on. So what does he do? Crosses his legs and basically starts meditating. Yeah, there's a couple fighters. One, of course, looks very similar. I mean, the side of the suit looks very similar to that of the character when the character Captain Marvel decided to get himself in Future Sin as Superman. It's a very similar looking suit, design wise, but with a P instead of an S. And the robot one of I'm not sure what universe it is, probably from Universe 2 or maybe I'm not sure what universe these two guys are from. Either one tries to go after Top and Daspo. And yeah. Of course he's a distraction. Of course the other guy bounced off Jiren and about to fight, and that's the rest of that. And of course Kaba, not Kaba, the guy that's actually in Universe 6, he's basically worried that Hit might actually lose, and eventually he loses. And he's actually quite surprised that Jiren was actually able to work with other people because normally he works alone, which is true because he's an assassin. Jiren just simply walks off basically Jiren's attacks. But at least gotta praise him for at least putting up a decent fight. Yeah, not much else to say about this episode. You got one elimination. Also, as this episode, we are relatively halfway through this tournament. Yes, halfway through. This tournament right now started with episode 93. Yeah, that's when the tournament officially started. This is episode 111. This tournament's been going now for like 18 episodes, and now we're halfway through? Okay. Yeah, and there's still like 20 episodes left to go for the entire series. Yeah, 20 to go. Yeah, next week I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, more Saiyan stuff next week. Yeah. And of course what Goku does after he just, gets a power boost, he just walks over to Jiren, sees a battle with Hit. Doesn't interfere in the battle. He basically sits in silence. Of course, he's also briefly attacked by two Namekians from Universe 6. Yep. I remember these guys, and I'm not going to spoil what their deal is and why they're so powerful. I'll spoil that when the episode comes out. Yeah, I know it's a little late for me to record a Dragon Ball Super review, but the thing is, the website I've been using to watch this particular series, yeah, for some reason they took their sweet time uploading this damn episode. I don't know why. They uploaded the other two, no problem, at pretty decent times. But this episode, despite the fact it was released yesterday, for some reason it took a freaking long time to release the episode. I don't know why. It's bizarre. Oh, and also I almost forgot to mention, you also have Vegeta fighting two of the fighters from Universe 2. The one voiced by Lucia Christian. I don't remember who the other one Owen's voiced by. I don't remember. Yeah, it fights them briefly. The fight itself takes up roughly about 3 minutes of screen time for this episode. They fight back and forth, and the other one shows up, tries to stop Vegeta. Vegeta, of course, gets angry. Yeah, not much else to say about it. And surprisingly, the androids don't show up in this episode. 1718 are nowhere in this episode at all. Yeah, it's by far the first. I think it's one of 2 or 3 episodes in the whole entire tournament portion of this particular saga where they're actually absent. You don't see them at all. Nope. Nope at all. Which is quite surprising. But I think they'll probably return soon. Yep. You know what? So that's really it for this particular view. I have no other videos planned for today. I have roughly one video planned for tomorrow, and that's a review of new episodes of Attack on Titan. Aside from that, I got no other videos planned for tomorrow. In the case of Tuesday, it'll be still 3. One Punch Man, Fairy Tail, and Black Clover. And possibly tomorrow anyways, aside from Attack on Titan, I may be able to do a review of Case Closed. Yeah, if not tomorrow, it's probably going to be Tuesday at this rate. Yep, it's going to be one of those 2 days when I finish up Case Closed to do a review for it. Yep. Season 20, of course. Yeah. So, until I see you tomorrow in my next video, which will be Attack on Titan first, okay? See you next video. Bye.